Ada. Name's Goofy, and I'll be doing a response to MrRepzion here. There is one thing, or two things wrong with that statement. One, I don't think that what sticks and stone may break my bones, but word doesn't hurt me, is true, but to a very short extent. And secondly, that phrase isn't used on parents talking to their children. It's used on children talking to children. It's like being called dumb or something by other children, and when your parents say, "Sticks and stone may break my bones, but word doesn't hurt me." It's not used when it comes to parents. And then secondly, you say you are conflict shy, which is perfectly understandable, and to an extent I am myself. Though in my own opinion, I try to get into conflicts and try to resolve them with my own experiences and such. The details, I think, is irrelevant at this point. So there's 2 points to this. One, children are psychologically affected by arguments in sharp and harsh disputes. I can agree with that fully, if I may inject some of it myself here. I am 17 years old, and only this year have I ever seen my parents ever get into a fight when my father left the house. For 17 years I've never seen this. Never. And secondly, I am surprised how my parents could avoid all this. But I have just one issue with this. How the hell can you avoid arguing with someone? It's nigh on. I have never met I have only met friends where I haven't get into a harsh argument. How is this avoidable between people? I mean, if we're gonna stop this from happening, we're gonna find out how. To people to at least try not to get into such heated arguments. And secondly, children take the blame when they're in the middle of said arguments. I can agree with that. I think it was phrased as such. It doesn't have anything to do with parents arguing and children blaming themselves. But I heard this phrase, "We are the generation that took the blame. We are the generation that blames ourselves for everything. With something wrong, it's probably our fault." In Denmark, we have something called the Janteloven, which is a law that is supposed to reduce someone's ego. I mean, it's the opposite of being egotistical, saying you're not better than anyone else. People are not dependent on you. You are not supposed to think you're better than others. But a lot of people have taken that and thought it as, I'm not better than others, I'm worse than others. Which, it's not meant for that, but that's how people have taken it. And when later you mention that these children who grow up into teens have relationships and then blame themselves when that relationship goes wrong. Yeah, I'm just rephrasing this because what can I say? I mean, what am I supposed to say? If I'm disagreeing with it, I'm probably being some complete idiot. Children need a comfort place where they can express their feelings in a predictable and comfortable manner. This does not only apply to being at home with parents, though it is the most influential. I myself, how to phrase this? I myself is in a class of 25 students, and I have stress issues. I get pretty stressed when they get all rowdy and fill the entire hall. But I also have this case of Asperger syndrome, and over there we have two places. I have two classes I'm in. One is a normal student. One is with 25 normal students. The other is with 9 students with Asperger's syndrome. And I feel safe and comfort over the Asperger side. That being, I've been there for years, so it kind of gets predictable and stuff. But it's a safe comfort I can express myself. At a place where there's 25 other kids who don't share your interests, who are not like you, you tend to be a bit closed, a bit silent. I've been described as. It's just a thing. It mostly applies to being at home, but it can apply at other places. Is all I wanted to add. So a fight between two parents, regardless of topic, the child shouldn't be there in any of this case. And that's why I have a problem again. I can see where it is. The issue is simple, as you state. The child should not be in that environment. But the problem is, a fight like that, as you again stated in the beginning, is spontaneous. It can come out of nowhere. It's spontaneous. I mean, yeah, if one can get level-headed and say, hey, stop. Listen, let's get our kid out of the way, and then we'll continue this discussion or argument or whatever. I can see that as being the solution. But if someone's up screaming their heads off by that point, it's nigh on impossible. Because parents have arguments, divorces, makes them irresponsible. I'd just like to think that a lot of pressure is put on parents to do the right thing at all times, and rightly so. And to call them shit, doing their job shitty, and telling them we're completely irresponsible. Maybe not completely, but just irresponsible. I mean, it's just, then you just call it. I think Louis C.K. made this a very good point. In his comic sketch, part of it called Why? That's the question of a child asking why? To every single question. He said that he saw a parent just saying, shut up, I need your fries. I know this is a completely different subject, but my point is this. What he said in this sketch was, people who didn't have children said they're a bad parent. But when he gave the entire story, that kid just asked why to every single thing, and it was driven up. Of course, it was exaggerated, but I get the point. It just goes to a point where a parent just can't take anymore and just go like, shut up, I need your fries. Just done. Someone called. Maybe you would call that abuse. Maybe, if done harshly, it could be called abuse.